Okay, we're going to pick up here. We're at Lisa's website order. And now we have to remember that she did online ProPay. So we need to remember that there is a small ProPay fee. And I'll be honest, I have no idea what the percentage is right now. So I'm just going to make something up for ease here. And that I'm going to say 50 cents. And I'm going to take this out of my sales aids column. Okay, so that brings that down a couple of cents, but then everything else just gets carried over, or carried down, I should say. Okay. All right, so the next thing is we are taught in Mary Kay that when you sell something, you need to replace it on your shelf. That way you always have inventory to sell. So it's time to place another order. Let's see here. We're going to go to the 10th. And we're going to order, and I'm going to break it up into section 1 and section 2. So section 1 we know is product. Okay, so I am going to order $400 worth of product here. Now it looks like I should probably order $500 worth because that means I sold that much, but I'd like to always leave a little balance in there for the new products that come out, or for I don't know, if I just need something extra. So I like to replace what I sold, but I understand that I don't replace every single thing down to the wire. So $400 of stuff I'm going to replace it with, which I know is $24 in tax and $8.95 in shipping. So I'm going to take that out of the sales aids too, okay? Which probably isn't really a sales aid, but I guess if it didn't come to me, I wouldn't be able to sell it. So I have to take it out of somewhere. And now I'll just do my math here. So this brings me down to $49.66. This brings me down to $128 even. This brings me down to $525. And this stays the same. Okay. All right, so the next thing, I'm going to have I want to do my section 2 order. Okay, order section 2. Okay, so section 2, as we know, are samples and things like that. And ladies, I wasn't kidding when I told you that, section 2 can be the devil, because you want everything. You want every sample and all that kind of stuff, but be very careful, because if you look at your column here, I mean, you've been doing some work and you really only have $5.25 in your sales tools column. So if you're ordering a whole lot of stuff, it's not making sense, and you're going to end up embezzling from another column. So I'm going to go ahead and just do $10 here. Yep, I'm going to end up in the negative, but what's nice is I'm going to be able to pay it back. So here's the $4.75. As long as I ordered it at the same time of the other one, the shipping's already taken care of. And the I didn't think about the tax, but the tax, you may have to add that in there too. But you want to at least make sure that you're recording everything here. Now, another thing to think about while I'm adding the numbers in here is this is not your checkbook register. Okay, this is not. Your checkbook register is something different. This is your business register, because what you're doing is you are combining your ProPay things and your checking account things onto this one paper. This is your business tracking register. Okay, and that was a hard thing for me to realize but when it finally clicked with me, I was like, okay, this makes more sense. Okay. Section 2, we just did that one. All right, now it's time. We are going to have a guest at the studio, and her name is Joan, and she decides to place an order there, and I always give $10 if they order at the event. So let's see here. She placed a $75 order, $4.50 in tax, so $37.50 is going to go into the product amount, and $7.50 is going to go into the 10%, and then my profit or business income for that one is $30. So then you just take a minute to add everything. There's my negative, so it's going to become positive again, but it's still only $2, so I need to be careful with that. And that's going to help you to get a little creative with your ordering so that you are ordering more at one time and not spending so much on shipping. It's going to help you to realize, okay, I don't need to throw 4 samples into the bag. Maybe I'll throw 1 sample into the bag, or I don't need to give that person a discount. You know, that hurts my profit, and she needs to understand that. So, okay. Oh, I need to remember my guest gift. And I gave her $10 off. Oh, here's her invoice, okay? Came to $79.50. I did everything and then took off the 10, okay? So it's $69.50. That's what I collected from her. So, but I need to take that $10, guess what? Out of my profit. But I don't want you to be afraid to give something away, because sometimes we have to give things away to get other things. I mean, look at all the department stores, look at the, radio stations, whatever. Okay, so yeah, I gave $10 away of my profit, but Joan was a guest and Joan's really thinking about joining, okay? Or up here with like the parties, Smith, let's see here. I ended up giving her $62.50 away, but she introduced me to 4 new customers and she let me borrow her ears. Now, she doesn't think she ever wants to do Mary Kay, but now she's my talent scout. So I want you to think about, yes, you are giving money away out of your profit, but that money is building something for you. Okay, it's hard to think about it when you see it in black and white, but that hostess Smith, she did some work for you, so that's work you don't have to do. So it is money well spent. Okay, so anyway, so that's another thing to think about when you're giving money away. What is it doing for you? Is it working for you? Okay. All right. Well, guess what? Before I spend any more of my profit, I am going to transfer some of my profit to my personal account so that it doesn't get spent and I can treat my family to something. Okay, so I'm down to $48.76, but that's still in my business account. If I need it, I have it. Okay, so I'm just doing a quick transfer of that. And then again, I just bring my numbers down. Like, you just keep on bringing them down. And again, if you have a computer program that can do this stuff, awesome. If not, grab a pencil, a sharpener, and an eraser. Okay, so it's time for another party because I'm seeing that my numbers are getting low, okay? And that's why it's really good to keep constant business going. The starting and stopping doesn't show a profit, let me tell you. All right, so now we're going to have another party. All right, my Hartman party here. Okay, and it was a $350 party, so that was $21 in tax. That's $165 that goes into the inventory account, $350 that goes into the sales aids account, and then $140 that goes into my profit or business account. Okay, I do the math. You guys, I'm sure, are going to find math errors in my work here, which is okay, but that's really not the point of this exercise. It's just to kind of show you how to record different things. Okay. 140, and we add that up, we're at 188.76. Okay. All right. The Hartman girl, she didn't do too much. But she did hold her date. So we need to do Hartman, hostess credit, and remember that she did give you the date and allowed you to meet some new people. So you're giving her a $35 gift as a thank you. So there is no reason, ladies, to give her an additional thank you at the party. There's no reason to give her extra product or anything like that. You're giving her product. So don't feel bad about that. Okay? All right, so now we're down to 153.76, and again, all I have to do is carry my numbers down, which I'll do real quick. Because now it is time for career conference, and it is time to register. And you're probably thinking, okay, how am I going to do that? Well, if you look here, it's time for career conference. Now, what's nice is if you were a star, you could possibly choose that as a prize so that it's free. That's a nice way to spend your money. But if not, you are not allowed to take it from inventory. That's got to stay there. You need product to replace, okay? It's not a sales aid. It is a business